Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. In today's video we're going to be talking about a rather unusual subject: planning your workout week. Let's get started. So why plan a workout week? Well, most workouts fail, I believe, because people do not plan them properly, and people do not plan their lives properly, and they run out of time. Simple as that. So in our lives we have so many things building up on top of each other, and if you don't schedule time for workouts, then guess what happens? The workout gets put aside. It gets put aside. Oh, I'll work out tomorrow. Oh, I'll work out the next day. I'll work out next day. Oh, I didn't work out at all this week. I am gonna skip it and do next week. I've done it. I'm sure you've done it. Go ahead and like this video if you've done it, because I know everybody on this planet has skipped workouts. Everybody on this planet has probably skipped a week of workouts and said, oh, well, Monday's another week. I'll start again on Monday. Monday comes around. Boss gives you a ton of work. You leave the office feeling like garbage, and guess what? You decide you don't want to work out that day. It's cold, it's rainy, something's going on in your personal life. You don't feel like working out, so guess what? You skip another day. Before long, those days become months and years, and you have just this unused gym membership. You're never going to the gym, you're never working out, you're always thinking about it, you're never doing it, and the whole thing is completely off the rails. One of the best things I find is to actually work out, especially do your cardio early in the morning before everybody else is awake. Because what happens is these disruptions in our lives come from other people usually. They don't come what we want to do. We, in our hearts, we know we want to work out. We know we want to get fit, all that stuff. But then these disruptions come down. These disruptions are kind of like thunderstorms in the tropics. So down here, down in Florida, you get these thunderstorms in the summer every year, and you wake up in the morning, it's a beautiful, sunny, amazing day, and by 3 o'clock, kaboom, all these storms come down. Life is like that. So life doesn't just do it in the summer, it does it every day of the year. So if you don't want it to rain on your workout, the best thing to do is work out early in the morning before other people have actually woken up. Because when other people wake up, all of a sudden your boss has sprung some overtime on you, the dog has gotten sick, the kids have gotten sick, you've got to go to the pediatrician's office, all these things have now fallen down on top of you, and guess what? Your workout gets moved later and later and later and later until it's like 11 o'clock at night and you're thinking, I'm not going to work out. It's not worth it today because today has been absolutely wiped out. Well, to be precise, the afternoon of that day got wiped out. If you look at the morning, you'll find the morning's probably fine. So what you have to do, get up early, get your rear end out of bed and work out. First thing you do before anything else. Do your most important tasks first thing in the morning. First. Absolutely first. So before you've logged in to check your email, before you've deleted all your spam, all that stuff, first things first, exercise. Do your most important tasks first. So exercise, study for whatever tests are coming up, do your most important tasks first. So spend the first 3 hours of your day on the most important tasks, which could be exercise for an hour, study for an hour, and then study a different exam for an hour. So 3 important tasks. Every morning takes 3 hours. And guess what? You've got your 1 hour of exercise in at that point. There's no real planning required for that. You've just gone out of bed and done it. It's simple. One thing you must plan is your rest days. These things, they don't grow when you're working out. That's a popular misconception, I think, is that bodybuilders spend 8 hours a day every day lifting weights in the gym, and some people may say that and may think that, but it's not realistic. Okay, most people spend about 1 to 2 hours a day in the gym maximum, and then they have rest days. What do you do on a rest day? Well, You don't completely rest. I'm about to pull the treadmill out a little bit and walk a few miles on the treadmill. So rest day is when you do low impact cardio, stuff like that. Plan at least 2 rest days in the week where you feel it's comfortable. Now that quite often that's the weekend. Quite often you work out during the week. The weekend you don't feel like working out, so put rest days in the weekend. Rest days are more convenient because you don't have to go to the gym. You can just walk around the block a few times. You can just walk to the store. You can walk around the park. You can walk somewhere, and that's basically it for your rest day. You can do all your cardio. Doing something. It doesn't have to be heavy duty like an elliptical or a rower or anything like that. Just go ahead, get out there and walk a little bit. But that is when your muscles grow. And you need muscles because muscles burn calories and all that stuff. So rest days are important for growth, and they let your body rest obviously as well. That's why they call them rest days. If you go without rest days, now I've tried a few times in my life, because I'm dumb like that, to go without rest days. You will probably go about maybe 2 weeks if you're lucky, and then you will collapse on the floor like a blob of jello, being unable to move your arms or your legs or whatever. You can't lift any weight or anything because you feel like complete garbage. Well, that's what happens when you don't include rest days. One thing I would include is that when you have your rest days, that does not mean you can eat a gallon of ice cream and just do nothing but watch Netflix all day. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to get your cardio in, and you have to continue your protein intake on these rest days as well. So rest days are actually very complicated and very essential, shall we say, in this whole plan of things. Plan your rest days when you think you're going to have like social events or stuff like that, because it's easier to plan a walk in than it is to plan some lifting weights at the gym into your day, basically, is what I definitely find. Another thing when you're planning your workout week, assess how your body feels. If you've done something stupid and you have a bad leg, or you twisted your ankle walking the dog or something, I got news for you. It's probably not leg week this week. Skip that day and make your leg day a rest day. It's as simple as that. Don't do dumb things. If you do dumb things, all that's going to happen is you're going to injure yourself even more, and it's just not worth it. So if you injure something, like I injured my arm back in, I believe it was May I injured my arm. It took about 2 or 3 months to recover. I was only lifting about 10 pounds with that arm during that period. So I usually lift about 35 with that arm. I was lifting about 10 pounds with one arm during that period, and that's just the way it is. So you can either cut back during that day when you're exercising that particular muscle group, or you can just skip that day completely. I chose to cut back. I was still exercising even though I had a bad arm. I was exercising with much lighter weight. Assess how you feel as well. If you are sick, listen to me. If you are sick, if you have COVID, if you have a cold, the flu, whatever it is, don't go to the gym. It's as simple as that, because your body needs time to recover. Your body has limited resources, okay? It has a limited power supply, shall we say, okay? Where do you want it to use that power supply? Do you want it to use that power supply working out at the gym, which isn't going to do any good that week because you feel like absolute garbage? Or do you want to use that power supply to cure whatever stinking virus you have and to make you feel better? Well, I want to use that energy, that limited amount of energy I have that week, to get inside me, remove this virus so I can feel better, and I can feel a lot better next week and go to the gym next week. So if you're not feeling well, if you're sick, if you're coughing up mucus, whatever, just don't go to the gym. Skip it for a few weeks. Not for a few weeks, for 1 week. Make it a 1 week rest week, and then guess what? Get back at it next week. It's not going to hurt you, okay? What is going to hurt you is if you try to suffer through this and you extend this stinking virus so it's like 3-4 weeks long, and you don't get any good workouts in that 3-4 week schedule, and it's just wasted time, isn't it? And you can get everybody else sick at the gym. You're not going to be the most popular person on the planet by doing that. So, listen to your body. And if your body says, hey, dude, don't work out this week, listen. Don't work out this week because maybe something's going on and you may need professional help, or you may need to see a doctor about something if it continues for more than a couple of weeks. Be prepared to pivot your workout schedule, shall we say. Now, we all know that life is life and things happen. So say you're going to do, work out your arms on Friday and a rest day is Saturday, and then guess what? Something comes up on Friday, the principal calls you up from school, and you gotta drag your butt off to school and sort something out the kids have done, and your whole day gets messed up, and your workout routine gets messed up. Then what do we do? Situations like that, we pivot. We make the next day our workout day, and we make that day our rest day, because that day has basically been thrown in the trash can at that point through whatever strange, weird event has occurred, has gone to the trash can. So be prepared to pivot. Pivot means that you're just going to change your plans at a moment's notice, not because you don't feel like it, but because stuff has hit the fan basically, and you need to deal with it. And family is always more important than going to the gym. I hate to say that, family is more important than going to the gym. You are not going to be entering the Arnold Classic this year, I'll put it that way. Or at least maybe some of you are, but most of you won't be. So one day off is really not going to hurt your progress, especially if you move it over to a rest day and just to switch the rest day and the workout days around. You'll be fine. What I don't want to see you skip the workout the next day, the next day, the next day, and you feel like crap, and it just continues on for the whole weekend. And you're like, oh, you don't feel like working out. Then that becomes a motivational problem. So you can pivot workout days if things aren't working out on a particular day because you have a ton of overtime or something weird's going on at work, or whatever's happening in your personal life. Just switch your workout days the next day, but hold yourself accountable. That means if you switch the workout days around like that, make sure you work out on the next day. Otherwise, you're going to be letting go of yourself. So make sure you do that. And this time of the year especially, I would say look at the weather as well, because the weather, even in Florida this time of year, the weather can be up, down, up, down, up, down. You never know what the weather is doing. Is it sensible to go running out in the rain? Probably not. You may injure yourself, you may get sick. It's not really worth it. So look at the weather, look at what the weather's doing, and flip your workouts based on what the weather's doing. If you were going to go outside and do a run and you can't do it, maybe you could do the elliptical or a treadmill or something else. So be prepared to change based on the weather. Again, it's not worth putting yourself at risk and putting your health at risk for this. This is to improve your health. This is not to ruin your health by doing something which is completely stupid. Because a lot of people out there, they fail on these workout programs. Well, why do they fail on these workout programs? Because they don't use that. They go out there, they do things stupid in the first month of the workout program. They injure themselves, and then guess what? Oh, this workout program wasn't for me. It was garbage. Yada yada yada. They'll come out with all stories. No, it wasn't about a workout program. You were stupid for doing what you did. Don't be stupid. Listen. It comes back to the other point. Listen to your body. If your body says, "Hey, don't work out the legs this day, this week, dude. Your legs are giving out on you," then just give the legs a break. You obviously overtaxed them last week, or maybe you did some kind of injury or whatever. Listen to your body, and listen to the weather. If it's pouring rain outside and you're scheduled to go for a run, you put a run on your calendar, and you look outside and it's like the tempest out there. You don't bother running. It's as simple as that. And don't go running around with your shirt off in the rain thinking it look cool and everything, when you're going to end up in the ER next week for hypothermia or whatever. So don't do that stuff. Just realize this is to improve your health, nothing else. So listen to the weather as well. So I hope you found this video useful. Click down there, like, share, and of course subscribe, and I will talk to you again real soon. Take care.